It's October 15, 2021. I'm Todd Dunn, and this morning I'm in the boat shed. It's about 10:15. I'm looking a little frazzled because I just took the sails off my Allied Princess 36 ketch and de-rigged the boat to get it ready to haul. We're not hauling till Thursday, but weather between now and then wasn't going to be conducive to taking the sails off easily. So that is done. So we're finished sailing for the season. Anyway, today I'm here at Tortuga to do a couple things. I am going to sand out the hull again. Last night I came back fairly late and caulked and paid the seams around the new wood, and what I'm going to do today is sand it out and then put the first coat of paint on. So let's take a look at the boat. Here's the two forward planks, and they are looking a little ragged right now because there is compound all around those seams. And here is the aft repair. And I'm not going to show you the actual sanding or painting today because I forgot my tripod mount for the camera, and there really isn't anything just to set it on here. So I'll show it to you after each stage is completed. First stage is to go over this with 80 grit paper on the random orbital sander, and then I will go over the entire thing with 220. Now this first coat of paint is largely going to get sanded off because next week, probably on Tuesday or Wednesday, my intention is, after the paint is cured, to come in here with a longboard and longboard sand the repairs. And the paint will serve as a marker, and if there are low spots, after I longboard sand it, they'll still have paint and the high spots won't. If I was just sanding wood, I just have to go by feel, and frankly, using the paint as a marker is a better way to go about it. Anyway, time to get going on the sanding. Okay, I just finished sanding this off with 80 grit. Probably doesn't look a lot different, but it feels a lot different. Back here, it's also sanded off with 80 and extends a little further than the repair, because in a couple places I had a little extra putty and I put it on some spots that looked like imperfections in the paint. So now I'm going to move on and do this with 220. Then I'm going to do a little masking and put some paint on. All right, I finished sanding with 220, and what I'm going to do now is just wipe the surface down with a little denatured alcohol, and as soon as that dries off, we'll put some paint on. And I'll show it to you a couple times while I'm applying paint. I'm going to be painting with Interlux Bright Sides Hatteras Off-White, which is the base paint for the boat. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm using a very old can, so it's just the dregs of the can. So it's going to go on pretty thick, which is what I want for this application. Okay, I'm going to get this wiped down and put some paint on. Okay, here's the forward repair, no paint, and the aft repair with the first coat of paint. Now this coat of paint basically is going to identify areas where I need to fare more and where I have just other issues like that. It is not intended to cover it completely. So let's get some paint up on the front. I've now painted the lower part of the forward repair, and that paint extended down over the boot stripe because this the plank down there made up about half of the wood that the boot stripe is on. And now we will move up and do the last bit of the repair, and then we'll look at the whole thing. Well, I've finished painting out the forward part of the repair, and although it doesn't really show up, I'm sure, in the video, I can see lots of flaws that the paint has highlighted that I'll have to work on. Hopefully a little more fairing and longboard sanding will fix them. And let's look back here. Paint's had a little time to soak in here, so the repaired area is starting to print through as the paint soaks in. This, as I said, is just a quick first coat, more of a marker for longboarding than anything else, and to pull up other flaws. I can see where my compound I put in the seams has shrunk after I put it in. It was flush when I put it in, but now it's shrunk back, and you can see the seams pretty well. Maybe you can't, but I can. And that's what it looks like after one coat of paint. Now, as I said, I will longboard sand this, do a little bit more fairing, and then paint it again. Let that paint cure for a week or so, sand it out, and paint it again. And altogether, I think by the time I finish this fall, the repairs here on Tortuga will have had 4 coats of paint. And that should give me good coverage and a good base for my spring whole hull paint job. So that wraps up what I'm going to show you on this repair to 3 punky spots on Tortuga's hull. They have all now been had the bad wood removed, new wood put in using scarf joints on each end of the repair planks so that the wood forward and after the repair is now a continuous plank across each repair. And I have sanded it out, done preliminary fairing, caulked and paid the seams, and now put the first coat of paint on. So, hope you enjoyed seeing this transformation of the repair to Tortuga's hull. Let's take one more look at it. Okay, here's the forward repair area. And back here, just forward of that lower rub strake and up one plank is the aft repair. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't, please subscribe to my channel so that you'll get to see more exciting videos like this.